Okay. My camera shut off completely. So hopefully this still works. But so this is part 8. The light shined in the window at me, and I recognized it as being Christ's energy, but in its most illuminating form, in this loving form, not in this, like, I didn't feel like anything contrary to what people tell you, that, like, if you unalive yourself, excuse me, that you're going to go to hell and all of that kind of stuff. It's like I didn't have any perception of that. The only thing that my brain could think about was getting out of this vessel. um like I said, it didn't feel like I belonged. It didn't feel like anyone wanted me there, and et cetera, et cetera. And when that energy came in the room, it was so bright that I could no longer see the razor to do myself any harm. Um, but I remember speaking with it and saying, like, I gotta go because I don't belong here. Y'all got something mixed up. And it didn't have a gender. It was just a comforting voice, if that makes sense. Um, and the comfort in the voice said, you're meant to do something in the future. It doesn't make sense now, but it's going to make sense in the future. You got to stay. And I was like, no, no, I don't. I don't have to stay. This is free will. And I don't have to stay and deal with this. And it was telling me, but you should. You should, for the people that you're going to help in the future. And I was like, really not answering because I don't care about that. I did not care about that as a kid. You know what I mean? I had no perception of any sort of future because of the way that I was being treated. I had no perception of what future would look like for me if I even made it out of, adolescence, even less being an adult. I just had no picture of it in my mind. And the more I resisted, the more this light expanded, the more I was blinded by it, the more I was overcome with love. And that love was the most healing experience that I had at that moment. And inside of myself, as that energy expanded, I felt like I was wrong. I didn't want to say that I was wrong, but I felt like this love is so big and this is what I came here to give. It was me. I felt one with the love, with the light energy that was booming in the room. And I knew that I was wrong in regards to, like, what I came here to do and the time that I came here to do it. And ever since then, obviously I didn't do it. I'm here. Um, there was another instance where I took a bunch of pills. But like I said, mentally I was not right. It had nothing to do with my spiritual gifts and talents. It had everything to do with constant abuse, verbal abuse, um, not always physical abuse, but psychological abuse, because it does something when you're isolated and mistreated. You know what I'm saying? Um, but it was like ever since then, I knew that I had this responsibility one day, and I carried it inside myself.